There he is.
Finally.
Jesse, is that you?
What's happening, wallpaper?
Oh my goodness gracious. This wallpaper look familiar to you, Jesse.
In more ways than I'd care to admit. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Speak on
Well, first of all, did you steal that from Soho House?
it. I definitely stole that energy.
Somebody just
Definitely.
asked, do I have the Teddy Riley connectivity? Guilty.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing all right. I'm doing really great, all things considered. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jesse Williams, one of the most talented,
Oh, go
one of
on.
the most thought-provoking, one of the most beautiful people I've
Thank you.
ever had the pleasure of being around. And I say that not 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 physically, because obviously you're a dumpster fire. You have trash as a face. But I
Yeah.
mean personality
Spiritually.
wise, what's inside. Do you know what I mean? You are a great individual.
I can't even, speaking of which, I can't even see myself. And I've told my agents I'm not going to do this if I can't see myself the whole time. Got it. Okay. I'm back. We've discussed this.
Are you wearing an ear pod?
I am. Yeah. Yeah. Just so
I was gonna do it, but
being professional.
okay. Well, you gotta be professional.
Yeah.
So let's just have a little banter, my friend. How's life? How are you
I
doing?
mean, life is amazing. Life is amazing. All things are good. I was in New York at the start of this in Manhattan, rehearsing for my Broadway debut.
Really?
Rehearsing pretty intensely, 6 days a week, like 9 hours a day, for a couple weeks, and then we just had to get the hell out of there. So, in many ways, that was kind of the eye of the storm, and I got out of there, I guess a couple months back now.
Oh my goodness.
So I miss it
So,
dearly, but yeah, it was bad.
so folks out there, we haven't ever since I realized we were going to do this together.
Yeah,
We haven't spoken.
nope,
We
nope.
have not spoken. So this
Cone
is
of
truly,
silence.
it's a real catch up. This is a real, how
What
have
you're
you been?
witnessing is a real what we call in the business a real and sincere catch up.
Exactly. This is 100% catch up. So you've been keeping yourself busy. You've been,
I've been trying. It's that I don't know about you, but that swing of feeling hyper productive, feeling the guilt and need, total lazy ass, unmoving, barely breathing person.
yeah.
So huge swings between those two things. Is it right to feel like I need to be extra efficient and productive, or should I give myself a break? Because I'm always working my ass off. What's the middle ground? And then in the middle of there is just constantly homeschooling my two kids, which is
Oh,
harder work than anything I've had to do.
oh, I can imagine. I know exactly what you're saying. There's so much work to be done. All
Yeah,
these things, keeping my hands busy, writing, trying to develop more, figuring out the game plan after the quarantine. But then it's like, I've also, I had this conversation with my manager recently. I've been not complaining, but like, I need a break. I've always,
yeah.
for 2 years straight, I've been saying, I'm going to take a break. And now that you get the break, you're like, should I be doing more? Should I?
Maybe part of it is like we'd allow ourselves to give ourselves a break if you could, I don't know, take a vacation, right? If you can go to the place that breaks are for. But when you're
Yeah.
in your house, in the same bed, the same room, the same hallways, you feel this is where I am when I'm constantly working and running and trying to make sure I'm knocking out these calls.
Yeah.
So maybe that's part of it. Maybe part of it is just kind of the geographical stimulus, so the okay to just chill.
So on a leisurely side of things, what have you been doing? Have you been cooking? You've been
Uh
aside from homeschooling. You've been
I've been cooking, but I'll put that in air quotes because bare basics. I'm not learning anything new about cooking, which I
Mhm.
set out to do. I want to get more ingredients and learn how to actually make several dishes and make them be fun. That will happen. That hasn't happened yet. I've been kind of just cooking the bare basics for me and the fam. Um, I have been doing some reading. I've been watching a ton of stuff. I got to say the easiest thing to do, right? I've been watching a bunch of shows that I hadn't watched before, trying to catch up on movies, new and old.
Oh my God, you got to catch up on this movie. It's called
Taint spot, blood taint.
Bloodshot, not Blood Taint.
Oh, oh, I
Blood
got that
Taint.
wrong. I got that wrong. Okay, I
What is a
missed that.
taint exactly?
Well, it taints your ass and it taints your balls. It's formerly known as a tisn't. It's also in some regions called a tisn't.
A
Yeah,
tisn't?
yeah,
Oh, a
yeah,
taint and a tisn't. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Space between.
The space
That's
between.
I think it's a
So,
James Joyce novel
so
also.
check out Bloodshot when you get a shot.
Bloodshot. Okay, that's available on
On
what?
demand, everywhere. It's everywhere.
I don't have to
It's
pay for it though, right?
no, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
you
And
send
if
me
you
a link
do,
or
you're
something.
rich, bro. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
not anymore. I don't know if you've heard the news.
What happened?
No.
I didn't hear the
Yeah,
news.
this fucking movie. Thank God, like the amount of money I spend buying kids movies on like Apple TV and stuff. That stuff
Mhm.
racks up. So
See, you can
needless to
say that
say,
because you have kids. It'd be different if there was some dude who's like, I've been watching all these kids movies and he had no kids. Like,
right?
hey, man.
The numbers plummet on the live, just like siren emojis.
I've learned how to cook a few things.
Have you?
I've been grilling a lot, a ton of steak. I don't know why. I've just been in this grilling zone. So
Uh,
I probably am the grill master of all time at this point.
and you're
Uh,
saying grill, not griddle, because there's a slight difference in
Not griddle.
not
No,
griddle.
no,
Griddle
I'm not.
master would be a weird thing to brag
Yeah, it'd be
about.
really weird.
Okay.
Nobody
Okay.
waffles like I waffle.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I.
No.
When you're nah, but my grill does have a temperature gauge. It'll tell you how hot
Oh, God
the
damn
grill
it.
is. Well, you think I'm
That's,
grilling in a pit that I made in the forest?
I mean, what, a bin or something, but not like the rich man grill that tells you your steak is done, sir,
Well, it doesn't tell you
Mr.
that.
Morris.
It just says, "Oh, it's really hot."
Are you cook everything very well done?
No, only on accident. I get extra
Okay.
black on accident about it
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my steaks with a little pink in the middle.
Yeah.
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 But I know some
Yeah.
people who like it very, very bloody, and that is absolutely disgusting to me.
I don't do full rare, but I'll do medium rare.
Right.
I'll do medium rare.
Yeah, you look
From a
like you do
trusted source. From a trusted source. Yeah, it's in the genes.
You have a medium rare face. You go like,
Yeah.
I just, you know.
I didn't put sunscreen on, so fuck you.
And stuffed cabbage. I learned how to make that stuffed cabbage.
What?
Yeah,
I did not see that coming. What
like
are
a
you
stuffed
saying?
cabbage roll. Like my friend Inanna, she taught me how to make it. Even though she's a terrible cook, she definitely knows how to make this.
Cabbage, I'm thinking you go to the store, you have a head of cabbage.
Yeah, I have a head of cabbage. You peel off the leaves, so you have individual leaves.
Yep.
You take some ground beef or ground turkey or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You put. I'm not going to give everybody the recipe right now,
Sure,
but
sure,
you
yeah.
stuff it with stuff. You do a thing,
And you
right?
roll it like a little
Tomato
taquito,
sauce,
like a lettuce cup at a restaurant.
it's like a lettuce cup, but it's more stuffed. It's I want to say a Syrian dish.
And how do you keep those from falling apart off the grill in your hand?
Well, I don't put that on the grill. I put that in the oven.
Oh, okay.
I bake that with a little tomato sauce, with my own special herbs and seasonings.
On top of it, like enchilada style. Interesting.
Yeah. Look just like an enchilada. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm not entirely convinced, but I'd try it.
Okay. But man, I'll tell you when I prepared it. You drive by, I'll throw it out the window.
Nice. It'll hold.
We got a social distance. I don't feel safe around you. Okay.
That sounded like code for you did feel safe. Is that like a wink?
I definitely feel safe around you. You're a warm individual. Oh, fun fact, everybody, for people who didn't know this. I'm not sure if you remember this because you get this type of stuff all the time.
Oh, God.
Cosmo magazine, 4 years ago. The only time I've ever been included in a list like this. Only time ever. Cosmo magazine put out a list of the hottest TV actors of all time. And if you don't believe me, the link is in my bio.
Of course it is.
Go to my page, Lamorne. Link is in my bio. I'm number 30 on that list.
How long is the list?
50.
Okay.
I'm number 30. I beat out
Nice number.
George Clooney. I beat out Idris Elba. These are facts.
Nice.
People have spoken. But somebody was number 1. Can you guess who that is? It's not Michael B. Jordan.
Like Channing Tatum or something?
No. It's you, my friend. It's you.
I was number 1? I don't remember that being part of it.
You're number 1. You are.
I mean, yes. Yes, I knew that. I really did not remember that as being part of it.
Yep. Number
That's
1.
hilarious.
So we're both technically
Who's
two of them.
updating their bio link?
Yes.
This guy.
It's in my link. If you don't believe me, folks out there, go check it out. The list was a little biased. I should have been higher on that list.
I believe that.
Yeah, especially after the beard now. Now I'm number 2.
Is it both? Are both biceps that size, or is that just you just left-handed?
This is just this one.
Okay.
The other one's a little hurt and injured.
Yeah.
So then I apologize about that. Okay, so we're gonna move this thing along.
Yeah. What else we got?
What's the first thing you can't wait to do when this is all over?
First thing I can't wait to do. I mean, of course, there's going out things,
Right.
travel, whatever. I think one of the most basic day-to-day things I can't wait to do is have a legitimate excuse to dodge getting on phone calls with people and having to interact with people. You know,
Like
now
this.
we're out of excuses. You can't say you're busy doing something.
Oh,
All my moves are gone.
Everybody knows exactly where you are.
Once this thing's open up, I'm going to become the most busy fucking person on the planet. I'm going to always tied up and sorry, I'm running behind. This thing popped out of nowhere, putting out fires, and so the excuses I'll be able to return to. Live sports.
Oh my God.
Being able to hoop, being able to go hoop. Let's see, able to go back to Broadway, go back to rehearsal and get this play up, go back to New York and be able to actually enjoy the city. That's it. But I mean, those things, I think going out, going to the movies, taking the kids out. What about you?
Same thing, man. Live sports. Oh my gosh. I had tickets to a game of my choosing. I won. I bid on something for a charity event. JaVale McGee has a charity called Rug Life, and I donated a ton of money to get these tickets, to get Jeannie Buss's seats.
Oh,
and
wow.
I get to wear her ring.
What?
And I get to sit and do all this stuff. And I was like, man, this is going to be dope. And this happened.
Now, is this going to carry over? Do you get to grandfather this in the next season?
It better. I swear, man. If it doesn't, I'll be so upset. Well, it was for a good cause. But other than that, I'm like, I just want to wear the ring.
It's like a Seinfeld episode. Now you call back the charity and ask for your money back because you didn't get the prize.
Oh man, I want to. I actually really like going to Soho House on the rooftop and eating outside. That's one of my favorite things to do because the view is great. Even just having a coffee. Sometimes I would go there.
Where are you?
I'm in the sex dungeon.
Okay, sure. I saw the swing and the reflection.
Every home has one. Right?
Yeah.
No, I'm in the pool house actually.
Ah, okay.
I'm in the pool house.
Nice touch.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice and festive, very fall, autumn-like.
I'm not going to reveal beyond that. I'll let that sit. I thought about it. What else?
When was the last time we saw each other?
Oh God, maybe the Blubber Tea party.
Could have been that.
Was it the Blubber Tea Christmas party?
It might have been the Blubber Tea party. I was going to wear the Blubber Tea shirt, but I didn't want to start nothing.
Yeah. That was fun. I think that might have been it.
That might have been it. Tell us about Blubber Tea, man.
Well, Blubber Tea is, and actually we're working on some new stuff with it, but Blubber Tea is this really dope game that's been #1 on the chart several times. It is a kind of charades inspired. What I'm doing right now is holding my phone up to my forehead.
Yes.
It's kind of a cool cultural trivia game that is in the vein of Celebrity or Heads Up or charades, where you get topics and themes based on just cool culture, childhood stuff. It's all inclusive, Black culture, Latin culture. It's just what's happening now, the actual language and things we consume now, with the hilarious categories and you hold up the answers here, and you got a timer, and everybody can see the answer, and they're trying to give you clues to guess what you have on your forehead. So you're down to get your points, up if you fail. And we have these raucous parties in Miami, Chicago, New York, LA. You can speak to them with an incredible guest list, and it brings down the house. People go nuts. We're actually building one now for Zoom, and we have a really dope new genre of one coming out for adding an additional culture to it. So what it does, it also really includes. So many of these games are kind of not really made, frankly, for us. They don't really include us. They don't include the pop cultural reference and shows and the ways our parents talk to us and the things we grew up with. So we just made one that kind of starts there. And as Camille points out, it is black as fuck. It's a really, really great game. That's you can download right now. It's super easy.
I have it. It's an amazing game. I've played it a million times with you.
It gets the party started, man.
Last time we played, I want to say Tiffany Haddish was jumping up and down. Last time I played it with you.
Yeah.
On the couch. It was
Tiffany was really good. She was really good at picking up clues. Yeah, she was going nuts. But when we do game nights, we bring out the old trustees. We have spades tables, we have dominoes tables, and then Blubber Tea is kind of the icing on the cake that gets everybody going. It's loud. Families, we get videos from all types of users. People playing with their grandparents, little kids playing, like it's a whole family-friendly thing. It's not vulgar or anything. We didn't let Lamorne write the jokes, so we kept it PG.
Speaking of vulgar content, I put out an album recently. And
doing very well.
Yes, it's doing very well. The Lamorne After Pill, again, link in my bio. You, such a kind friend, decided that you were going to help me out in one of my videos that I haven't released yet.
I know. I was waiting for it to roll out.
I haven't released it yet.
You guys are going to see it, but the craziest shit when we did this video. Is it on the list? Is there a plan for it?
There is a plan for it. It's coming out soon, probably in a week.
Really?
Yes. So if you want to see Jesse dance his ass off.
Or if you don't. Either way, you're going to.
If I had a roll of nickels and quarters, I'd be throwing them on you. Because I can't throw dollars on you. That's just weird and rude.
Well, you've signed the waiver already, so the album's doing well. People are loving it. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's not like a lot of times things are either really good or really funny, and yours is both.
Man, I appreciate that, dog. Yeah. Got comment on the album, which is amazing. I got Jesse dancing in it. That's great.
This isn't a tradition of Lemonade. I mean, it's a visual album. Is that fair to say?
That's what Beyonce called. We spoke in great length about what my plan was for the album, and I very just like sternly told her, no, I don't want you to have anything to do with it. I'm going to do this on my own merit.
Because it would blur the lines. Yeah.
People would be like, oh, it's only popular because she's doing it and she's involved.
Right. Yeah. You want to protect your brand. These guys are trying to stay there, trying to look young and current. Don't let them buy in. Don't let them ride your wave.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go to some questions. People have.
Do we have some questions? What do you guys want to know?
¿Cuándo nos casamos?
Okay, when are we something?
I don't speak Spanish. Someone says, Jesse, I love you. You're my favorite person in the world. That's not a question. Who is the first person you will go see when this is all over? And that question comes from Miss Pre24 __.
Okay, go ahead, Lamorne. Who's the first person you're gonna go see that you can tell us about?
That I can tell you about. First person I'm going to go see is probably my local bartender. I just want a professional drink. I've been making them on my own.
Are you an amateur bartender? Are you over there shaking up bad ingredients and whatnot?
Dude, I got the whole thing, the shaker. I got like the strainer with the bitters and the orange peels and the killing old fashioned. What about you? First person.
I love an old fashioned. Without the maraschino cherries, I just don't do the.
Yeah, I don't like the cherry in there.
Any kind of cherry. You know, honestly, I guess if I could really move, I would go to New York and see my family.
Hmm.
Um, LA, I've done some drive-bys with people. It'd be good to see people here too. But if I can really get to close the gap on some relationships, it would be to go back to Brooklyn.
All right.
Um,
Very nice.
yeah.
That's
Um,
more of a noble answer because that's just who you are. Like, yeah, I want to go see my mom. Yeah, the my
sure,
family.
sure. I'm sure. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. Um, yeah. You know what I need to do is I need to go to a bike shop. I need to get a bike.
Oh yeah, yeah, like a
Um,
or a.
no, no, a pedal, a pedal. You don't need to
All
make
right.
that sound. It's not like a childhood dolphin
Are you talking about this
sound.
one?
It's yeah, yeah. That doesn't not beef it up a bit
But I
like a
feel
tough
like,
guy bike.
well, you can't say tough guy bike when you say you want to go get a bike. Like you can't.
Well, I mean that's where you actually got to use your legs. You know, it actually requires the muscle and not just a
Yeah,
wrist.
but if you like switch gears and stuff, it's all just very light.
Yeah, I love riding bike. LA is not a bike friendly town. I've gotten run off the road so many times when I first moved here from New York. I would love a motorcycle, yo, but I know I'd get addicted and that shit is dangerous.
I can't do motorcycles, man. I
I
can't.
would love it, but
Too dangerous for me.
yeah.
Someone said favorite season on Grey's Anatomy. Now,
Favorite season was probably my first season because I just I had been a public high school teacher like a blip before that, and I came to LA and got
really
the job of a lifetime. So it was that was the kind of pinch me year, and I've been really jaded and ungrateful ever since.
nice.
Yeah,
So for me, I would probably say it wasn't the first season of New Girl. It wasn't. It
was
was
it
the no, because I was just so like
stressed?
new and stressed and just don't get fired, don't get fired.
Yeah,
And I didn't get a chance to relax until season 2. So I say, but then I
that's
really didn't
fine.
get a chance to shine until season 3. So I'm gonna say
You
season
know,
3 was the funnest.
just like you pointed out before that most of your answers have been bad and mine were good. In this case, your answer is much better and more accurate because you remind me I was fucking stressed
Yeah.
my first year. Every episode I thought I was going to get fired. I thought I wasn't going to get an invite to the table read. I
Hmm.
didn't know what I was doing. I was actually watching every episode back to see if I even was doing what I thought I was doing. And
Hmm.
you kind of fall into a groove maybe the year after that or the next year. I amend my answer because you're actually hitting me right in the head.
I killed it. Um, let's see. Where did we meet?
Where did we meet?
I,
I
I,
remember. I remember we really got it. It could have been at uh, a saloon, maybe like one of the saloon parties, these crazy secret parties that the Bullets throws, or it could have. I feel like once we really got into it at Soho House, talking about ebroji battles, like gift battles,
yes.
like like that might have been.
We have been around each other,
Yep,
but
yep,
James
that
laid
might have been it.
the groundwork, I think. James
That might have been
Samuel,
it.
guys, dope, amazing individual,
Yeah.
director, producer, extraordinaire, um, uh, cuddly fella, big dark skinned cuddly fella who talks like this. We're gonna scroll through the questions a bit more. Let's see here. Follow me. I'm from Argentina. You got to follow somebody,
Not a
Jesse.
question.
Um, someone
What
says,
career? What career? I see one. What career would you pursue besides acting, Lamorne?
"What career would I pursue besides acting?" It's unfair because I would say it would still be based in entertainment. I would say writer or director because I just love being around the process so much.
Yeah.
But outside of entertainment, I would genuinely pursue a career in basketball, knowing that it would never work out. But I would do it
Mm.
just so I could at least say I tried something. And you never know. I could get
You
good.
never know.
I
You
could
never know. You
absolutely
called
get
up
good.
from the D League.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Or a sports broadcaster. I love talking about sports debates. Who's the
So you're
GOAT and all
loving
that.
this Last Dance, right?
Absolutely. Like I'm
We
from
all are.
Chicago.
Yeah.
I
I don't think I knew that because I'm from Chicago. I don't think we've talked about that.
we didn't. You know why? Because I saw you.
Me and
Were
Obama.
you there?
I didn't go at the last minute. I didn't go. I went to the airport. I had my suitcase. They wouldn't let my suitcase on the flight. I tried to get the next flight. Like I was trying all these ways to get there, and it kept the airport. Then like they switched my flight again off my ticket, and I just took it as a sign, and I just walked away.
I
I just went
almost
home.
took it as a sign because
You
I
forced it.
had the same thing. I was in
Really?
Vancouver. I was in Vancouver and I was leaving. I booked my flight a month out. But the problem is, I'm an idiot. I booked my flight for the month later.
A
I had
whole month
a
wrong?
whole month wrong. Because
Like
in my
March
mind, every
12th or
time I
something?
think February, I think of 3 for some reason. And I just went, I told my travel agent, I just sent
That's
her an
a
email. I was
weird
like,
like dyslexia
3,
thing.
this, I don't know. I get to the airport and they're like, your flight is a month from now.
Yeah.
And so I had to rebook. I ended up spending way too much money to get it changed to that day.
At
Flew
that point,
in.
you had to prove a point. You had to
I
just
had
prove
to.
a
I
point.
was
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to miss out. That tickets to the game and the whole weekend. And so I definitely saw you when I was there on the thing.
Yeah. Shout out to Dan Salamito. I see him right. My homie Dan's writing. He had a 10-hour delay. You saying that you got to the airport and had the wrong date reminds me of when I was in college. I moved like short stint, but I moved to Benin, West Africa for the bulk of a semester, and I had to connect from Philly because I went to college in Philly. Flew to Paris and then had to connect into I think one more stop before I got into to Lagos and then to Benin. And in Paris, there was this. It was Christmas Day. I spent Christmas by myself in a motel. I never set foot in Paris. I was just like airport to some crappy motel to hold over to to make my connecting flight. I remember I was in this motel by myself Christmas Day. Had no food, couldn't speak the language. I ate out of a vending machine. I got this like rice pilaf out of a vending machine, like this little like microwave bowl, but I had no microwave in my room. Struggle city, yo. I was like 19 or 20, or I was like 20, 21. And so I got this rice pilaf out of the vending machine, cold, opened. It was like watery, nasty. It was a horrible, horrible night. And then I set my alarm because my flight 3 in the morning. So I wake up, get my stuff, mangle the language to get to the airport. It's pitch black out. The airport is dead empty. I move through the whole thing, go to security or go to the gate. This is before 9/11. So you could just go right to the gate. And I go to check in and they're like, and I was there, it was like 3 in the morning. They're like, no, sir, your flight is at 3 in the afternoon. I had already checked out of my bootleg motel. It's fucking Christmas. I had no extra money, no resources, no way to communicate with anybody. And I was in the airport in the pitch black at 3 in the morning.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
definitely the worst Christmas ever.
Oh my gosh.
I
I got
forgot about
shot for
that. Thanks for.
Christmas once. Yeah, so that was.
You got shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Next
All
question.
right. Nice. Nice one.
Let's see. We're gonna take one more question.
Okay.
One more question. You pick or I pick?
Let's see. Can we have a game night and play celebrity? Sure. Favorite female directed movies.
Favorite.
That's pretty in the pocket. I don't know if I'm prepared for that one. I think of
I like
would you
Seeking
ever
a Friend for the End of the World.
Seeking a Friend for the End of the World?
Yeah, Lorene Scafaria.
I like Hurt Locker. You've also got Hump Day.
Yeah, yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Indeed.
Go to
You're
my Instagram.
getting
Y'all find out. I tell the
yeah.
story on my live.
Let that spread. Let word spread about that. That's great for your album sales too, by the way.
Yeah, dog. I've been shot 9 times, believe it or not.
That's when you use picking a number, different number. Back it up.
6, 7. I've been shot
There you
9,
go.
10 times.
With conviction, yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
you know this. I know this. Someone said, "Do you wear a purple T-shirt in all of your commercials?" I don't know what that means.
Which one of us is in a commercial with a purple T-shirt?
I don't know.
Maybe they mean live. And the teaser, yeah. Somebody just asked if we're gonna do Blubber Tea in Espanol. The answer is yes. That's what we're working on right now. Latin celebrity.
Latin celebrity.
I was gonna keep it to myself, but we're building it as we speak.
Oh,
It's
that's
gonna
you were
come
talking.
out.
Oh my gosh, you
It's
speak
gonna be
Spanish?
crazy. It's gonna be. Don't worry about what I speak. I actually taught Spanish in high school in Kensington, Philadelphia, briefly. But that was really just because I could keep the class under control. I don't speak it any good. But yeah, Latin celebrity is gonna be crazy.
Nice.
What's the dumbest you've seen someone act? I don't know what that is. Yes, it's Winston. We've been doing this for like an hour.
It is.
Um,
It is I.
have you
Um,
picked up? I have a question for you. Have you learned anything new? Have you picked up any new skills? I'm hoping to be inspired by this answer. If
um,
you people set out, I know you said you're doing more cooking, but if you feel like you've kind of, I would like to say I'm learning how to play the guitar, but I'm not. Like something like that, something really
I
measurable.
but aside from cooking, aside from becoming the #1 grill master of all time,
You
um,
griddle. That's not that big of a deal.
well, grill, same thing. I have picked up. I've always said this. I've always said that I needed to be more in tune on a higher level with investing,
Ah,
with saving money, with figuring out what it's doing, how it's doing it, why it's doing it,
right.
who I listen to, and financial literacy. It was something you had to just learn on the fly, maybe when you got to college or later in high school
Yeah,
years.
probably from your
Um,
mistakes first.
yeah, I was learning from my mistakes for so long, that now I had this downtime. I've been having a lot more conversations with my financial advisor, with friends who
Yeah,
invest, peers that teach me so much stuff, that you start to figure stuff out on your own. You start to go, holy crap. And you have all these
yeah,
ideas in your head. And I'm like, maybe I should be a day trader. Maybe I
right,
should, maybe I should do
right.
that. So I would say I just become more in tune with how to not be that guy in 20 years when you hear the stories about how they lost it all. So it's
Gone
like,
broke. Yeah,
yeah, I,
it's
yeah,
it's a wild. I feel you on that because I don't know anything about the markets.
mhm,
Obviously, there's like an insidious side to it, but you want to be literate in anything that can help
yeah,
you put yourself in a better position,
yeah,
in a healthy way. And I've been asking questions too, like just figuring out how to understand the language, the
mhm,
abbreviations, just the vocabulary.
yeah,
Um, once you get a peek behind that door, you realize like, this is obviously where power is. This is where people
yes,
really build generational wealth. This is
yeah,
how they're doing it.
hmm
Yeah, I feel that. I feel
oh,
that for sure.
absolutely. Well, you and I, my friend, we have to catch up in real life.
Indeed, indeed.
Indeed.
Soon
For
enough,
all,
I'll do a drive by cupping.
yeah,
Uh,
drive-by cupping,
I think that's what you. I mean, I don't know the language. Again, it's kind of like trading, but I think that's what you offered.
cupping.
So
I think cupping is like,
you're cooking some cups, some lettuce cups or something.
oh yes, lettuce cups. I thought you were
Oh, I
talking
see how
about,
that could be misleading. Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah,
we're not going to revisit that incident.
very much so misleading.
Okay.
Folks, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but you're watching two of Cosmo's hottest TV actors of all time having a conversation. We just broke all of this going on. You're watching another episode of Vulture's Two Friends. Jesse Williams. I am Lamorne Morris. Thank you all
Thanks
very
for
much.
playing.
Thanks for playing. And if you have any more questions, go to Jesse's page, hit him up. He's answering every question you have in the DMs.
You
He's
could probably just steer that
committed
over
to
to Lamorne's
answering.
page.
Yeah. Please, please, I need the follow.
Yeah, it
You have way
doesn't.
more
My
followers
DMs
than me.
don't work. My DMs don't
Jesse,
work.
give me more followers. Tell
All
everybody to
right,
go follow.
everybody, follow Lamorne Morris it's at Lamorne Morris, right?
It's just
I
Lamorne.
don't. Okay,
You don't
Lamorne
follow
now.
me.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
follow, so I don't know. But
Yeah.
you want to follow Lamorne at
Yeah.
Lamorne. It's LA''MORN.
Just
No
no.
apostrophe. You
I'll put
remove
it.
that.
I'll put it here in the
Okay.
bottom for everybody. Look
Okay.
at
There
this.
you go.
Yeah, I'll
LA.
pin it. Look at
Follow
that.
Lamorne.
Look at that.
At, well, can you do a sticker? Can you like make it
Uh, can I do
read?
that? Did I do it?
Follow Lamorne right away, especially for a lot of answers
Did I
to
do it?
some answers to the clues he's given us. He's given us a lot of clues about the album, about his shootout. I mean, he got into a shootout
Uh,
outside of a strip club.
Yeah.
All these different scenarios. We
Yeah.
should really
I
teach
think I
them.
pinned it.
Or you don't
Maybe
have to follow. You could just look and then
just follow me, guys. It's fine.
that's fine.
Yeah, don't send them away. Send them to my page.
Right. Right.
Right.
Okay.
You
All
all
right.
have been blessed, my
Love.
friend. Love you. Just
All right,
unfollow. No, Dante.
guys.